What happens if you do push-ups for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year? It's the most primal movement known to humanity. No gym membership, no fancy equipment, just you and the floor. We've all seen the memes. We've all tried to do a few before bed, only to quit by Wednesday. But what if you didn't quit? What if you committed to the ultimate test of discipline? What actually happens inside your body and your mind if you do push-ups for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and push it all the way to 1 full year? It's not just about bigger arms. We're talking about a transformation that rewires your cardiovascular system, your skeletal density, and your mental fortitude. This is the journey from your first shaky rep to becoming a human piston. Day 1, you're fired up. You watched a motivational video and now you're ready to conquer the world. You drop down, you do 10, maybe 20 push-ups. You feel like a warrior. But here's what's happening behind the scenes. Your muscles are in a state of shock. The pectoralis major, your triceps, and your anterior deltoids are tearing at a microscopic level. This isn't injury, it's activation. This is the micro-trauma that triggers hypertrophy. But your muscles aren't the only thing screaming. Your central nervous system, the motherboard of your body, is freaking out. It's not used to recruiting this many motor units at once. By the next morning, you feel like you've been hit by a truck. You can't straighten your arms. This is delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS. It's a sign you actually pushed hard. But here is the critical question. Do you quit because it hurts, or do you realize that the pain is just the price of admission? Most people stop here. They did the 1-day challenge. But you're going for week 1. Welcome to week 1. If day 1 was excitement, week 1 is reality. You're now 3 or 4 days in. The initial soreness is still there, but now a new enemy emerges: boredom. Doing 100 or even 200 push-ups a day sounds cool in theory. In practice, it's monotonous. But physically, magic is starting to brew. By day 7, your cardiovascular system is adapting. Your heart is becoming more efficient at pumping blood to those working muscles. The burning sensation in your chest? That's lactic acid being cleared faster than it was on day 1. More importantly, your neurological efficiency has skyrocketed. Your brain has figured out the optimal firing pattern. This means you're using less energy to do the same movement. Your form automatically improves. You're going from survival mode to execution mode. Visually, you won't look like a superhero yet, but there is a pump. The fascia surrounding your muscles is expanding slightly. You look tighter, more solid. But here's the trap. You feel good. You feel so good that you might go crazy and do 500 push-ups today. Don't. At this stage, the risk isn't muscle failure, it's joint failure. Your tendons and ligaments take longer to strengthen than muscles. If you go too hard, you'll develop tendinitis in your elbows or shoulder impingement. Consistency beats intensity in week 1. 30 days. You've done roughly 3,000 to 6,000 push-ups, depending on your volume. At this point, you are no longer a beginner. This is where the compound interest of fitness kicks in. Wolff's Law states that bone grows and remodels in response to the stress placed upon it. Your wrists, which used to ache after 10 reps, are now denser. Your sternum, the breastbone, is thickening. You are literally building a stronger frame to hang your muscles on. Visually, the V-taper begins to emerge. Why? Your anterior deltoids, your front shoulders, have grown, pushing your chest forward. Your triceps make up 2/3 of your arm mass, so your arms look significantly bigger. But the biggest change is actually in your back. A correct push-up is actually a moving plank. To hold that rigid position for 30 days, your serratus anterior, the muscle that gives you that ripped ribcage look, and your transversus abdominis, your natural weightlifting belt, have hardened. Your posture has changed. You're standing taller because your body is now conditioned to resist gravity, not just succumb to it. Functionally, you've entered a new realm. Your endurance in other activities has spiked because your body has increased its mitochondrial density. Mitochondria are the power plants of your cells. More mitochondria mean you can work longer without fatigue. But there's a shadow side. Doing only push-ups creates a muscular imbalance. Your chest and front delts are getting strong, but your upper back and rear delts, they're being neglected. If you aren't balancing this with pulling exercises, rows, pull-ups, or band work, you risk the dreaded gorilla posture, rounded shoulders, and a tight chest. The disciplined athlete knows that true strength requires balance. 1 year, 365 days. If you did 100 push-ups a day, you've just completed 36,500 push-ups. At this stage, you haven't just built muscle, you've changed your biology. Your hormonal profile has shifted. Chronic high-intensity training like this improves insulin sensitivity, meaning your body is a furnace for calories. Your resting heart rate? It's likely dropped to that of an endurance athlete, possibly 50 to 60 beats per minute. Aesthetically, you look like a different species, but here is the secret nobody tells you. You don't look like a bodybuilder who benches 300 pounds. You look like a gymnast. You have dense, lean muscle. You have a deep, defined chest. Your shoulders have a capped, boulder-like appearance. Your core is not just abs, it's a solid sheath of armor. But the true transformation isn't visible to the naked eye. It's neurological. You have achieved motor mastery. You can recruit 90% of your muscle fibers on command. The push-up is no longer an exercise. It's a form of expression. You can do explosive plyometric push-ups, slow-motion tempo push-ups, or one-arm variations with ease. And then there's the mental shift. This is the part science struggles to quantify. Doing something difficult consistently for a year rewires your brain's dopamine receptors. You no longer seek instant gratification from junk food or doom scrolling. Your brain now associates effort with reward. You started this to change your body, but you finished it because it changed your identity. You are no longer someone who wants to get fit. You are an athlete. So, should you do it? Should you start the push-up journey? Yes, but with intelligence. If you take one thing away from this, let it be this. First, balance the push with a pull. Do rows or band pulls to protect your shoulders. Second, listen to your joints. Tendon pain is a warning. Muscle soreness is growth. Don't confuse them. Third, progressive overload. If you do 100 push-ups a day for a year, your body adapts. You must eventually add weight, a weighted vest, or move to harder variations like decline or pseudo-planche push-ups to continue growing. A year from now, you could be exactly where you are today. Or you could be someone who did 30,000 push-ups. The floor is right there. It's waiting. And if you made it this far, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and drop the word push-ups in the comments if you're starting today. Let's hold each other accountable. I'll see you in the next video.